everyone. I'm HearMeowt. Welcome to my channel. We've got an impromptu stream here because, surprise, surprise, 3 new documents from Sarah Boone have appeared ahead of her trial on Monday, so we just need to talk about them. These documents are pretty short, but after reading all 3 of them, I'm very confident that Sarah's presentation is going to be a complete show on Monday. Speaking of the trial itself, several of you know that I will be flying from Seattle to Florida this weekend to cover the trial, come back and recreate it for everyone who's not able to go. This is my choice, of course, but it does come with a material amount of expense. Flight itself, along with hotel, food, etc. Plus, I had to buy a new suitcase. The old one was broken, so I just donated it. If you feel the desire in any way to support myself or the channel, there are links in the description below, along with channel memberships. Any help is greatly appreciated, but not expected. Lastly said, with this being a last-minute stream and me by myself, we will be calling this an episode of Morons. So let's go. Oh, I was on mute. Hello, everyone. I didn't expect to be going live tonight, but when I saw there were new documents, I forget who messaged in the chat saying they were up there. I knew I had to record them, so I recorded them. You can kind of see. Hi, Candace. Hello, everyone in the chat. Let me just, since we're here, Forever Wanderer, Sub Rosa, Sharon Touch, NWW Skeptic, Candace, Meowgarita, My Pro Se Client, Local Town Witch. I don't think I've seen that one. Kathleen, I think you were the one that mentioned that the new documents were up, maybe, right? Yeah, I bought a new suitcase. Well, it's a backpack suitcase. My old one is now the cat's bed, so I wasn't gonna go around walking around with that. But yeah, it's not a whole lot of video. I think it's like less than 20 minutes, but and you can even see when I tucked the hair up, I didn't even get all the hair under there. But I started it with the one for what was it? Not wanting you to appear telephonically. I like this one the most. So here we go. Let's go here.
Respondent's motion to appear in person for trial comes now. Pro se respondent Sarah K. Boone, and respectfully moves this honorable court to issue an order for her transport to rightfully and properly represent herself by being included in person for the final hearing in her family law trial on August 25th, 2025. In support of the respondent's request for equal full inclusion.
So, I know Tanika just did a stream on this. I cut the tail end. I don't know what she said on it. But the request for support of the request should include case law. Should include any case where the courts have deemed that it's somehow a violation to only allow telephonic conferences or telephonic appearances for prisoners. Spoiler alert for Sarah, poor Sarah. It is not a violation. You don't have a right to appear in person as a prisoner. There was maybe one case in Maryland in 1999, and then I think Washington State, my home state, ruled that you can't be forced to appear via telephone or video. But Sarah, you're going to lose this one. You don't even bother to attempt to cite case law. This is all just your feelings, which is horrible for a motion. Well, it's not even called it is called a motion. They filed it as a letter because she missed the deadline. But
one, respondent has been.
And amongst the 3 things they consider, number 1 is cost and security. There's no reason to bring you there. Who's going to incur that cost? The taxpayers of Florida, they're already paying for your lifestyle for the rest of your life.
Ordered by the court without hearing July 28, 2025 to appear.
Yeah, without hearing. She says it like she's been cheated or tricked. The judge created the order saying the judge knows it was without a hearing. So how is this in support?
Here and participate telephonically in this trial due to her incarceration. 2, by quote appearing via telephone for this.
Oh, pretend judge with 5 gifted memberships. Thank you very much. I'll hit that with the outstanding. I like how she puts appearing in quotes. She doesn't consider the phone appearing because it's not visual. It's called the telephonic appearance, Sarah.
Vital, life-changing trial.
I would say the murder trial was life-changing over this one. Just me. The one, you know, where you got locked up for the rest of your life and you're going to be there forever. Hence, this trial.
Bonnet's rights and position are heavily impaired, increasing an unfair...
Nice choice of words there, Sarah. Impaired? You know something about impairment, right, Sarah?
Favorable outcome in her self-representation by being excluded in the courtroom with all other parties, in which she is and should be included as such.
I mean, in her writing is... You could tell... You can kind of tell when you read her writing, assuming she wrote this or maybe she communicated over the phone. Sorry, I got distracted by Miyaguri's comment. When will I release the Kitty Smash hip hop hit? I guess I could work on that. Her sentences become more and more disjointed, right? There's a lot. This is just one sentence with a lot of commas in it. Increasing an unfavorable outcome. Well, I think she probably meant increasing the probability of an unfavorable outcome to her. At least she didn't say unfair. But your rights and position are not heavily impaired. You are usually heavily impaired, not your rights and position. Nothing about your rights has been violated here. You impaired your own position, I'll use her word, by committing second-degree murder and then going to prison for the rest of your life. You did that. She can't make any connection that anything she has done is her own fault.
3. In-person representation is crucial for the respondent to ensure meaningful access to the court by having the ability to present evidence for her defense.
And if it's telephonic is not meaningful, then I guess why even bother? Don't even call in, Sarah. It's going to be meaningless. Choose your words carefully, Sarah.
Cross-examine witnesses.
God, I can't wait. Oh my God. That is the treat I'm waiting for. I want to see Sarah cross-examine her husband. Oh, it's going to be so good. Oh, so many objections.
Respond appropriately to arguments made by the petitioner and accurately
you respond appropriately with words, which can be done over telephone.
See the dynamic of the courtroom as a whole.
Okay. For once, Sarah says something I agree with, which is meowsing. I am 100% going there to perceive the dynamic of the courtroom as a whole, which is why I wish she would have been there. Now, this isn't going to be granted, and it's so soon to trial. It will extremely irritate me if for some reason the hearing was delayed to schedule her appearance, but it's not going to happen at this point. Maybe if she had written this a couple weeks ago, possibly, but the judge on her own changed it to telephonic appearance. Probably because of all the crap she sent in. It's like, I'm not going to be able to control this person as much in court versus I can just hit the old mute button, which is really what Sarah's worried about. They can mute me at any time, which she doesn't want to do. Remember when they had to drag her out of that one hearing? I don't think getting out of prison actually is her number one concern. Her number one concern is that mute button. Candace, it's in Orlando, downtown Orlando. Yeah.
4. As a self-represented pro se litigant, the respondent is at a significant disadvantage when, quote, appearing by phone.
Now, you're at a significant disadvantage by being pro se. It has nothing to do with being over the phone. Actually, the phone will probably help you because you're less chance of getting contempt of court when you won't shut up.
especially in a complex trial setting where immediate review and understanding.
This isn't a complex trial, just like your murder trial wasn't complex. It was like one of the most simple trials in the history of the human race in American jurisprudence. If you don't, yeah, I want a lot of that, right, Suma? Yes, but yes, please. But if you don't mind, may I ask the court, what do you mean by this? And I'm trying to understand what is going on, please, with this motion and how my ex-husband is allowed to do this without being held in contempt of court. And just that monotone, I mean, I give her more emotional range when I read for her than she has in her own real life. She's just gonna, you do this thing.
Of documents, real-time responses to developments as they arise, communication.
Whenever she says yes, please, it should just be replaced with she means shut up. Shut up, please.
With the court, presentation of exhibits, observation with the court, understanding of documents, real-time responses.
Immediate review and understanding of documents. You already have the documents. That's the whole point of the pretrial process, Sarah. Where you didn't submit anything you needed to do, like a parenting plan. Everything you need to review has already been submitted. This is, I mean, I know Sarah probably has never considered this, but this has happened before. The courts know how to do this. It is all worked out before her case. She seems to want to reinvent the wheel. Hello, X-Derek. She seems to think this is the first time this has ever happened that a prisoner needed to appear at a civil trial. No, I'm pretty sure there are a lot of family cases involving when one parent gets incarcerated for the rest of their life, that there's a family law case that proceeds and they don't bring him down. Even when I looked on the internet, it said it's frequently telephonic. It's rare that they would have him in person because of the cost of transport and everything.
To developments as they arise.
You should not be having real-time developments of anything. You know what they're going to say. Sarah, this isn't, sorry, I'm pausing a lot. Sarah, there is no surprise here. They have told you exactly what they're going to argue. They've put it in paper over and over. You can't seem to grasp that. So what you really mean by this are real-time rebuttals interrupting to the judge, which is why you're going to be on the phone so they can put you on mute, because nobody needs to hear any of this anymore. Real-time responses as they develop and as they rise. Court is a turn-based strategy game. It is not real-time strategy, for anyone who knows the analogy.
Responses to developments as they arise, communication with the court, presentation of exhibits.
Your exhibits already needed to be in the court record so that they could pull them up when you reference them. You didn't provide an exhibit list, so who knows if they're going to allow you to submit anything. Your husband's lawyer already submitted the exhibit list along with all the references so they can easily pull it up. That's the way this works, Sarah. By not following the process, just like you haven't followed the process at all, and you always want to do it on your way, you have screwed yourself totally and completely. And observing the other opposing party's demeanor is it's not necessary for you. The judge judges demeanor for truthfulness. Deborah Foy, $10 super chat. Thank you very much. We'll do a little
Wigs, voices, money, meow, meow, hear me out.
Oh, sorry. My apologies. My pro se client. I missed this one. Sarah is a fan of you and Tanika and want to meet you face to face. I'm sure she has no idea who I am. She obviously knows who Tanika is since the flying monkeys are there, but I highly doubt that she has any awareness of me. Yeah. Where were we? Okay.
Observing the opposing party's demeanor is
I don't know if I finished my thought. The judge bases demeanor for truthfulness, right? That's not up to you, Sarah. You don't need to know that. All you need to worry about is testifying, cross-examining. You don't get to yell out, "That's a lie." It's going to be so good. She's a pro se narcissist. There's no way she's going to get through this intact. She's going to lose her mind.
Necessary. It is essential for her to engage in all
She couldn't even have a conversation with her lawyers, people.
court proceedings for this trial. 5. Remote participation impedes the respondent's ability to fully advocate for her position and interests.
Well, this is redundant of above, but how does it impede? Fully advocate, meaning what? You'll get cut off.
Particularly given her documented difficulties in accessing legal materials, submitting and receiving documents from the court and opposing counsel.
Okay, so there's going to be records of when you were provided documents from opposing counsel. That's why there was the timeline of they had to have it in by a certain date, and they followed it. They submitted their exhibit list on the 13th. So it's now the 20th. That was a week ago. They have all the records, Sarah. You can't say you didn't get it just because you didn't want to go pick up your mail that day because you were waiting for check and commissary.
And communicating effectively from within the correctional facility.
Plus, I didn't even mention this earlier. It's a prison. The entire correctional system has this figured out as well, in addition to the courts. They have special rooms set up for this. They're not just winging it and with some guard going to pull out their iPhone and say, okay, well, can you just dial on this? You're not going to be sitting there on the phone. They have telephonic appearances. This is what they do. Do you not remember COVID, Sarah? The entire criminal justice system figured out remote appearances, and it worked.
6. A respondent's physical presence and participation greatly minimizes the risk of technical difficulties which can delay, interrupt, or obscure communication, and allows the respondent to interact directly, clearly, timely, preserving the court's invaluable time.
And we know this is a lie. This is the one thing Sarah never does, is preserve time. She is a consumer. She's an eater of time. Everything with her consumes way more time than it needs to. It's not our fault that you can't clearly communicate or timely communicate. That's your fault. You're in prison.
7. The respondent's transport to the court and proper inclusion in the courtroom serves the legal interest of due process.
It's not part of due process. You have not cited anything in case law where this is required by due process.
Increasing her ability to be rightfully understood as a serious and committed party in this case in respect for the court.
Well, you are committed. To the federal penitentiary or state penitentiary system for the rest of your life. That's where you're committed to. And that is very serious.
Ensuring fairness and justice under her extraordinary circumstances, the Florida and United States constitutions.
All right, real quick, let's just make sure here. Let me check the Constitution for it. It says Sarah has the right to be there in person instead of telephonically from prison. It's got to be in here. Unless I have an outdated copy.
Wherefore,
yeah, so I read through the whole Constitution. It didn't mention anything about in-person visits to your family case. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Langoliers actually margarita. Just eating the world. But I didn't understand this when I was reading it. I kind of had to pause. Ensuring fairness and justice under her extraordinary circumstances, the Florida and United States Constitution. So she's saying this is unconstitutional, right? Oh my God. Only Sarah would think this is a constitutional issue.
pro se respondent Sarah K. Boone respectfully requests from this honorable court to enter an order for transport to fully have the ability to represent herself in this family law trial. And after her continued determination, eagerness, hard-fought effort to do so for a hopeful legal and just outcome for over five years.
So there is a chance that there's going to be a legal and just outcome. High percentage, I would say 99 to 100%, because a judge is ruling according to the law. You, Sarah, think that anything that's against you is unjust and illegal because you are not a lawyer. You don't understand the law. You barely understand reality and common sense at this point. This trial should not even be happening, but...
Respectfully submitted this 8th day of August, 2025, Sarah K. Boone, pro se respondent.
All right. The next one, before we do it, I don't know. I got a 40-second clip here. I don't know if everyone saw it, but the for those who didn't see it, the election clip, for those who've seen the movie Election, this is what I was talking about when I did the face replace.
Testimony. The defendant's testimony.
Before I start, for those who don't know, Tracy Flick, the character in the Election, is who Sarah believes she is, or that's who she believes she was in high school, when she absolutely was not. But Tracy Flick here is an absolute overachiever, brown noser, goody two shoes, who's trying to win this election because that's all she cares about, because her future is going to get, she wants it for a resume. It's funny because Sarah also doesn't understand that nobody likes Tracy Flick in the movie, but she's also not even as good as Tracy Flick. So here we go.
Testimony. The defendant's testimony.
Act surprised. Walk slowly to the podium. Be modest. Thank them for this incredible honor.
The sentence as follows. Ms. Boone, court sentences you to life in the Department of Corrections. You have credit time served that Madam Clerk will provide to you momentarily. There are also court costs and costs of prosecution, which Madam Clerk will give you the totals of momentarily. Due to the court levying a life sentence, the court is inclined to liquidate those to a civil judgment.
Derek, I will be damned if I get demonetized on the stream. I have uploaded literally every part of this video up beforehand to make sure it did not get demonetized. Our last Lauren stream got demonetized again. For whatever reason. I used the wrong dates of the Sugar Plum Fairies. I used the right one, which is bullshit. So that last cat video demonetized the entire thing. No, we don't feel bad for the person in the movie. She did get cheated out of the election by Matthew. Everyone go watch it. It's funny. It's an adult movie. It's not for teens. It's a movie for adults about high school. It's hilarious. No, Flick is the villain. She is the villain. Kind of. She's not. Nobody likes her. Villainous things are done to try and stop her, which I guess makes them the bad guys as well. But she's not necessarily the good person. Yeah.
Filed 8/20/2025. Cross notice of hearing. Please take notice. Pro se respondent Sarah K. Boone will bring for hearing respondent's motion for contempt and to compel petitioner to submit visitation applications immediately before the Honorable Judge LaShonda K. Jackson in the trial for the aforementioned family law matter on Monday, August 25th, 2025 at 1 p.m. Located at the hearing for this motion is estimated to last approximately 15 minutes. Respectfully submitted on this 8th day of August 2025, Sarah K. Boone, pro se respondent.
I don't know why she thinks this would only last 15 minutes. It's her longest, or it's 2 pages, which is full of shit. At first, I thought she was merging her original motion for contempt along with the new visitation summary, but no, it's just a new motion for contempt because they didn't submit the visitation properly, according to her. So Tanika had said that because she didn't cross-file her original contempt motion, that they're not going to hear it. I thought it was always on for today. It was being continued, and that was part of it. And so any other new motion that hadn't been ruled on, just like But I don't know. Tanika's probably right. But hold on 1 second here. Susan Boone. Is this what a unfortunate name. Wishing I could join you and hoping you have Total Recall. Well, in Total Recall, it goes badly for him. Are you hoping I have a bad trip? I've taken some steps to ensure I have Total Recall. Hopefully. And hopefully I come back. I don't want to stay in prison in Florida. We will play this right here.
Delay streams, money, meow, meow, hear me out.
Actually, $20 to get the full one. Here we go.
Cash, claws, money, meow, meow, hear me out. Wigs, voices, money, meow, meow, hear me out. Copyright strikes, meow, meow, hear me out. True crime, morals, meow, meow, hear me out. Delay streams, money, meow, meow, hear me out. Exterior questions, money, meow, meow, hear me out. Math errors raging, meow, meow, hear me out. No real talent, meow, meow, hear me out.
Thank you very much, Susan Boone. And Melody Kate, here is a wee bit of change so you can lift a glass after the trial in celebration. Thank you very much. We're going to go with 3 of these.
Now, Gusta. Outstanding. Meowsing.
Yeah, I did realize yesterday, since I am just doing a carry-on, I will not be able to bring any liquor with me. Maybe there'll be a store down the street or something. But I got my little disposable bottles coming in so I can get everything through TSA. Should be good. Still haven't quite figured out how I'm going to do the streaming from the road. But we'll figure it out. I got a little lapel mic, everything. All right, let's get to this last motion here.
And to compel petitioner to submit visitation applications immediately. Comes now. Pro se respondent Sarah K. Boone submits her motion for contempt and to compel petitioner to submit visitation applications immediately after raising her concerns to the judge as stated in the order after case management conference on May 29, 2025. The respondent has repeatedly been requesting from the petitioner to submit the visitation forms since her transfer to DLC in January 2025 without completion to date. And after innumerable reasons / excuses why he has not or cannot for ongoing 8 months.
Again, innumerable reasons / excuses. I mean, just from the beginning, again, she's asking for contempt because that's what she wants. I mean, she's so blatantly obvious and naked about what she wants to do. She wants to punish Brian. She wants to make Brian suffer. She doesn't care about her son. She wants to make Brian suffer. It's just ridiculous. And the way she, okay. I'll just let it continue.
This is the reason respondent made the emphatic decision to verbally motion the court in the conference to make aware his ongoing untruths and difficulties in withholding her son from visiting, and for no valid reasons.
Okay. This is the reason the respondent made the emphatic decision to verbally motion. Just say the respondent made a verbal motion. All this flowery language. Sarah, this is the kind of stuff that does not help you in court. All this flowery emotional language does not matter. In addition to your substance of your argument, doesn't matter. But it wasn't a verbal motion. You brought it up, and the court put on record that it was not a motion. But you're going to pretend it was an order.
Petitioner's counsel even volunteered to submit these applications on his client's behalf.
Tori Massey, the hearing will not be streamed. That's why I'm going. And yeah, you'll get the minutes, but I plan on recreating everything word for word, not just the highlight notes.
After being sanctioned for non-compliance of scheduling the required in-person meeting of the parties for the pretrial conference. Also,
I think I covered this at the end, but she's again mentioning irrelevant, the sanctioning for the in-person meeting. That's irrelevant to what you're talking about here. What?
stated in the order filed May 30th, 2025, where to date, and after giving the court a two-week due date, no applications have been received.
Why would giving the court a 2-week due date? Why would they give themselves a due date, Sarah? Did the court give them a 2-week due date? I don't see any in the paperwork. Did they give an estimate and you took it as a due date because you're a narcissist and you don't understand that it's not everything's black and white? I know you like to be in the gray, but that's only with your own crimes. But most of this other stuff is pretty cut and dry in terms of communication. If it's not a due date or an order, then it's not an order. You can't just call it an order because somebody said something that you want to have happen in a conversation.
For the DOC Classification Department's most recent update to the respondent on August 7th, 2020.
They were not sanctioned. They might have been admonished for not having the meeting. But again, I think the lawyer was well aware that was going to happen and was ready to take one for Brian, for his client. Really, like, we're not going to have this meeting with her. This is pointless. There's no point in meeting her because she's going to say we said a bunch of stuff that we didn't say unless it's recorded. We're not going to agree on anything because Sarah hasn't agreed to anything ever.
25. Respondent has sent multiple tablet messages to the petitioner requesting status, even completing the applications for both, and mailed with instructions they only needed to sign and add work information.
Yeah. Sign and add work information. Well, he's telling you he's unemployed. Why don't you just say he's unemployed? Are you required to be employed to have visitation? I'm just saying, like, she really wants that work information because she's convinced he's lying, which is irrelevant. Somebody pointed out as well on a prior stream that Brian's attorney never filed a reason saying he can't afford it, he's unemployed. And I have to agree, like, it's part of Sarah's, like, mind numbing, like, she gets inside your brain, makes you not think straight again. His lawyer did bring up the fact that Brian is not working and cannot afford the attorney's fees in one of the responses, but it is not the reason to modify alimony. And whoever wrote that response is 100% correct, but he did include it in the fact that he can't pay attorney's fees. He's not employed. Not that it wouldn't be a valid argument anyway, but yeah.
In her letter, she also explained again to him the importance of her desperately trying to see her son during one of his 100 days of summer before starting school.
I mean, I assume he has a choice in this. Now, when I read over Brian's parenting plan, it said he would facilitate communication. I didn't read that as he's mandated to enforce communication, right? He just has to provide a cell phone and tell him to keep it charged and call if he wants to pick up. You can't force the kid to pick up the phone. I don't think. Maybe you can. I'm not a lawyer. And then he did say something like the 1 month visitation, he would schedule that. But again, like, can you force the child to do that?
And after over 5 years of waiting prior in a simple video visit, petitioner.
I'm surprised she didn't put the normal list in here as well, in addition to the video visit. Video visit, hot meals, dish soap, different gel. Called Jim about my car.
Has not responded to any of her messages or letter.
Add commissary funds. Add messages.
And upon answering a call from
phone is on and charged.
Heard from no responses, swears and tells her, quote,
okay, here we go.
From her from no response. or letter, and upon answering a call from her from no responses, swears and tells her, quote,
did it ever occur to Sarah that maybe this is his lawyer's advice? Don't talk to her. All communication goes through me, which is usually what happens in trials. You talk to his attorney. Upon answering a call from her from no responses. So he at least picked up the phone. We do notice she's messaging again. So, what? Helen West. This is way too much. This is way too much. Oh, Helen West. Obviously, we get the full with this. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. That is very, very generous. Almost too generous. What do you want to see, Helen West? You want to see a little dancing Lauren?
It's all that really matters. Someday, baby, you and I are gonna be the ones that good luck's gonna shine.
I don't know if Helen's a fan of Lauren, though, so.
Cash, claws, money, meow, meow, hear me out. Wigs, voices, money, meow, meow, hear me out. Copyright strikes, meow, meow, hear me out. True crime, morals, meow, meow, hear me out. Delayed streams, money, meow, meow, hear me out. Exterior questions, money, meow, meow, hear me out. Math errors, raging, meow, meow, hear me out. No real talent, meow, meow, hear me out.
All right, Dexter, I got to run it twice.
Cash, claws, money, meow, meow, hear me out.
Here, everyone seemed to like this clip.
I know at some point you called your husband Brian, did you not?
I did.
I just want to reenact this. You're Brian. I'm Sarah.
Good.
Ring, ring. Brian, Brian.
What?
I can't make it. So I can't take a Brian, I gotta say, you gotta come on here. It's yours. Okay.
And the detective's next there, like, what did she say? He's like, I don't know.
Brian! You son of a Brian, you boy, lazy fat wait, you too stupid? I said it's your suitcase. I got a job interview tomorrow.
Yeah.
I got plays to do,
I'm a little for a
Brian.
job.
You got your bitches over there? You want to talk to me? You want to talk to me? You're such a loser, Brian. You, Brian. Hold on. Say hi to the dogs. No, I'm holding the phone. Say hi to the dogs. Helen, come here. Say hi to your stupid ex-dad. Can't even get a job.
Man, you've called 911.
I need a Magnum wine bottle. Ma'am, this is 911. This is not Uber Eats. I need 2 Magnums.
This is in Winter Park.
I need cigarettes.
I just texted my best friend. I said, are you watching? And she said, yes, I'm dying.
That's what it was. That's why Brian doesn't remember anything.
He calls her because he got that call every night. That wasn't even unusual. Every night. It's really hard to act like a drunk person, but that was...
I can't get drunk. I always have my wits about me, and I can remember the first 50 things, the next 50 things I have to do. Thank you very much, Helen West. That's really awesome. I hopefully am able to deliver worthy content for the next year in thanks for that. But the comment Suma made at the end, or 2 comments in the chat here. I like how he's like, we need that was Suma, you'll confirm this. Everything's on the fly. There's nothing pre-planned with this show. It's always on the fly. And Suma rolled with it, had no idea what I was about to say. And he was great. The other thing I was going to say, acting like a drunk. I take the inspiration from Charlie in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, the episode. That's also why I use Dates of the Sugar Plum Fairies on that one episode. It's called Mac Baines, Charlie's Mom or something. It's one of the greatest episodes ever. But he gets wasted. He's like, yeah, I drank all the pizzas. And I drank all the beer. I ate all the pizza. There's a lot of beer. He's very good at it, Charlie Dame. So, all right, back to it.
He'll check on it, end quote, then disconnects. This is the same reason he gave the court, still with no application submitted by either. These false statements made by the petitioner under oath and his counsel, in addition to the
I'm sure it wasn't under oath. Was he testifying at the time his counsel said it? You brought it, you even said yourself, you brought it up emphatically, which means it's probably was at the end, so he wasn't testifying. He wasn't under oath. He wasn't on the witness stand. They're not false statements because as it's laid out in the court order, like he explained his issues. He said he had issues. I'm eager to find out what those issues are because I'm willing to bet they're entirely reasonable.
Their deliberate, continued, quote, chaos and non-compliance is contempt. Wherefore, pro se respondent Sarah K. Boone respectfully requests from the court to 1. Compel petitioner and or his counsel to submit the visitation forms immediately for her son and himself, remembering the process takes already a minimum of 30.
Oh, I missed it up here again when she calls out the word chaos. She really doesn't like the chaos comment. Which, if you are the judge, how would Sarah think she's giving any other impression than utter chaos? She hasn't been able to do anything according to the instructions. Her financial affidavit was handwritten. She didn't submit another one after that. Her pretrial statement was a month late. She hasn't submitted a parenting plan. She didn't file a cross motion notice for her original contempt one, which she's still going to try and argue. And she's arguing with the judge about the judge's own orders for a telephonic appearance. Sorry, got a little moisture in my mouth there.
Days to process. 2. Sanctioned both for perjury, ignoring and disrespecting the court and respondent.
Well, it would be a sanction for contempt, not perjury. And that's not it would just be contempt. It wouldn't be for perjury. You would have to have a trial.
Causing emotional distress to the minor.
It's, that whole thing. It's called due process, Sarah. The thing you keep saying you're having your own violated. You're just asking, find them guilty of this. Find them guilty of that. Over and over in the emotions, which are so lacking in any kind of substance. It's ridiculous.
Your child in his continued attempts to see his
hold on. Back it up for a second.
threats to the minor child in his continued attempts to see his mother and violating the respondent's parental rights in avidly seeking and growing her parental relationship with her son.
So here's one thing that I would love to ask Sarah personally. She says over and over in all these, you're causing emotional distress because he's trying to see his mother, which we know is a lie. But let's even say that's true. Or not that it's true. Let's just leave the knowledge of it being false out for a second. Sarah, if he is so desperate to see you and visit you, and he wants you, he's like, Dad, please turn to the forms, please turn. Or no, actually, that's not how he would say. He'd be like, Dad, God, turn to the stupid form already. Oh, Dad. But if he was like that, Sarah, how do you explain? Listen very carefully. Sarah, how do you explain the fact that he never picks up your phone call? Huh? How do you explain that, Sarah? How do you square that in your own brain? He desperately wants to see you, but by your own admission, he doesn't pick up your phone calls. You're blaming it on the phone problem of the phone not being on and charged, and that somehow being Brian's fault as well. If was so goddamn desperate to talk to you and missing you so much and causing you emotional distress, do you not think he would do? He would probably ask to borrow a friend's phone if he wanted to do it, right? But he doesn't. He doesn't want to talk to you. There is emotional distress because of you, Sarah. You keep harassing him. That is the emotional distress. And the fact that you can't see that is exactly why you shouldn't have access to this child anymore. But, okay, Sarah.
3. Order set for leave or dis.
Oh, we missed the second half of part 2.
3. Order.
We're still missing. Well, Diane Downs. Diane Downs is her own. I mean, she's like the OG Sarah Boone in terms of like a stupid story and horrible acting, and it's saying like disagreeing with her own testimony. Actually, no, okay. Diane Downs is the OG Letitia Stout. Letitia is in the same vein as Diane Downs. With her nonsense stories. Yeah, no, I knew him, but I can't say who it is.
And growing her parental relationship with her son.
Violating the respondent's parental rights. Again, she's always focused on her rights. What about your responsibility, Sarah? What about your responsibility as a parent? You kind of gave that up when you committed murder, when you chose to choose alcohol over your son. Not just saying in terms of the murder, but regularly when you chose alcohol over picking him up because you couldn't pick him up that day. I got to call out. Hence the phone reenactment with Suma.
3. Order set for leave or disciplinary action as this court deems just improper. Respectfully submitted on this 8th day of August, 2025. Sarah K. Boone, pro se respondent.
It's actually kind of funny how much work she put into something that is completely irrelevant. So the section where she says it's the reason respondent made the emphatic decision to verbally motion the court in the conference to make where, probably going to repeat myself here with what I already said, but whatever, of his ongoing untruths and difficulties in withholding her son from visiting for no valid reasons. And she goes on. Yeah, Agarita, you are entirely right. I misspoke. I should be brought up on conviction of perjury, right? Or on charges of perjury, falsely lying. We know her conviction is going to be reversed any day now, just around the corner, just as soon as the facts of the universe no longer adhere to logic or reality. To say the sanctioning for some reason, which is not related to the visitation, she talks in this entire thing about the order filed May 30th, 2025. Now, this might just be because I'm stupid and don't remember stuff, which is totally possible, but I remember reading the order after case management conference from the court, and I don't remember orders on filling out the visitation. I do remember this portion. Respondent also raised concern about petitioner not preparing an application required by the Department of Corrections so that the minor child could visit her. There was no pending motion before the court on the issue, but petitioner, right? There we go, right there. There was no pending motion. You may have made a verbal statement, but it was not accepted as a verbal motion. Luminessa Von B, $10. Happy to support the maiden voyage of your new suitcase. Don't doubt yourself. Sarah would get one look at you in that wig and she'd know exactly who you are. Have fun. Yeah, I haven't decided if I'm bringing the wig or not. I might bring the wig. Because if they tell me I can't wear it, then I have at least have some like nice little civil lawsuit or something, right? They can't ignore my truth of wearing the wig. Then you could just come on my YouTube channel and see that I only do it when I impersonate Sarah. So this is exactly how Sarah would argue it. Sarah would argue like, no, you have no proof that I am not doing this for the reason I'm saying. Like I always wear this wig. Well, we have video. We have hours and hours of video on YouTube of you not wearing the wig when you're not impersonating Sarah. And I'd be like, no. So besides that, what other evidence do you have? Or is it going to be yeah, and I can't wear my shirt in there either. Hopefully it's my constitutional right to wear the wig. I am interested to see how do I identify the flying monkeys, right? I assume they're going to be, I am actually considering just sitting on her side or the non-Brian side just to try and, mingle with the flying monkeys, get some like little information. I would like to speak to Brian, but I don't think he wants to talk to anyone. I don't know if he's going to be there. Kathleen, can I go to the bar where Boone used to drink and see if you... that's actually a great idea. I don't know how close it is, but I'll be there Saturday morning. Maybe that's the first place I'll go. What was it? Can anyone tell me the name of the bar that they used to go to? So I know it's the right place. Is it... Did you say it was like Hooligans or something? Some Muldoon's. Is it in Orlando? So is it in Orlando? I mean, as long as it's like kind of close. I mean, the airport is already an hour from the hotel. I think Larry Powers and I are staying at the same hotel. Well, what did they live? Okay, but was their apartment in Orlando? That's what I'm asking. Well, Winter Park, is Winter Park close? Just look at here a second. Okay, directions from here to Winter Park. Muldoon's Winter Park. Muldoon Saloon. It's 20 minutes. I can go there. Yeah. That's probably what I'll do on the Saturday because I can't check in right away anyway. Depends what time Muldoon's opens. Right? Anyway. Did provide information to the court. Actually, that's probably where I'll do my first live. Here we go. Oh, shoot. She talks in this entire thing about the order filed May 30th, 2025. Now, this might just be because I'm stupid and don't remember stuff, which is totally possible, but I remember reading the order after case management conference from the court, and I don't remember orders on filling out the visitation. I do remember this portion. Respondent also raised concern about petitioner not preparing an application required by the Department of Corrections so that the minor child could visit her. There was no pending motion before the court on the issue, but petitioner did provide information to the court on his efforts in submitting the requested application, and he advised the court that he would attempt to follow up on the status of the application. Okay, so there we go. Right away. He said the issues... information to the court on his efforts in submitting the requested, and he advised the court he would attempt to make follow-up on the status of the application. So it sounds like he already put it in. There's no order. There's no due date. There's no promise. It's just an advisement. Sarah, you take the smallest little item and turn it into a ironclad contract. You somehow you don't even accept the fact that you're divorced. I don't know why you're still contacting this man. You are not married to him anymore. You are nothing to anyone anymore. Nobody wants to deal with you other than to laugh at you. And you're so goddamn repetitive. You're worse than Lauren. Lauren's at least funny when he repeats himself because he's so embarrassing and humiliating. But you're just, I'm going to say the same things over and over. I don't see an order here, Sarah. I see the one above here that you were given 30 days to file your pretrial statement, which you took 2 months to do. You also didn't file a pairing. I don't know why my hair is green on the left there, by the way. Plan.
Respond.
Oh, that was it. That's it. Okay. Well, that is the end of the. Oops. I don't know. That is the end of the statements. I think it's going to be great. None of those statements are going to be of any help to her. She's not going to be able to appear in person. She's going to be forced to appear telephonically. Well, Forever Wanderer, it's the source material. It's what she wrote. I can't help it. I am having trouble coming up with thumbnails for the. I think I got to create the thumbnails before so that I can live stream and then put them up or something. But yeah, just be looking for the LK Rudell. Elk Rudell? LK Rudell? Welcome, new member. Thank you. So yes, watch for lives starting. I mean, I'm flying out Friday night. It's going to be a red-eye flight, so I'll probably maybe do a short live from SeaTac. I probably can't do one from the plane, but yeah, watch for the lives. They're going to be. Are we doing a Lauren next? Well, I don't want to do a Lauren by myself. Hey, ex Derek Asuma, you want to come up and do a Lauren? We could do the rest of Lauren Miss 2024. It's up to Suma and that's your bestie, Elka Rudell. We could do a Lauren stream. Let me see here a sec. Tori Massey, Lauren. Okay, tell you what. Instead of a redirect, what I'm going to do. Larry Powers, welcome. Hey, Larry, I think we're staying at the same hotel, the Hilton downtown. So I'll see you there. But yeah, okay. Tell you what, I'm just going to end this stream. I will set up a new one in the StreamYard. I will send Suma next Derek the link, and we will continue Lauren Miss 2024. We could probably finish that. So it's not going to redirect. But you just have to click over there. You'll see it on. Just refresh it. Well, actually, let me just get the link. Live stream. Here we go. Lauren Armstrong. Lauren Miss. Casey calls. Lauren Miss 24 continued. I'm going to schedule it for 9:30. So 7 minutes. Okay. Okay, everyone. I can't get everything I'd like to get together, but let me just grab a thumbnail here. I don't even see what I want. It's probably just gonna have the generic hear me out. I'll just say Casey calls continued. Apply there. Okay. Create the live stream. Okay, I will see those of you over there that are going to come. I highly encourage everyone to come over. Lauren is way funnier than Sarah. Lauren is so good. He could put a smile on your. Not he. His situation in those calls can put a smile on your face any time of day. It's just the go-to. Okay, so we will see everyone in 6 minutes on the Lauren stream. And everyone else, I will see you in the lives this weekend for the trial of the century. Okay, thank you, everyone. And thank you again to the people who donated. That's very generous of you. I'm very, very grateful. Thank you.
I know at some point you called your husband Brian, did you not?
I did.
I just want to reenact this. You're Brian. I'm Sarah.
Good.
Ring, ring. Brian, Brian.
What?
I can't think of. Sorry, I can't take a. Brian, I gotta say, you gotta come on here. It's yours. Okay.
And the detective's next there, like, what did she say? He's like, I don't know.
Brian! You son of a. Brian, you boy, lazy, fat. Wait, you too stupid? I understand what I'm saying. I said it's your suitcase. I got a job interview in the morning.
Yeah.
I got plenty to do,
I have a little
Brian.
great job.
You got your bitches over there? You want to talk to me? You're such a loser, Brian. You, Brian. Hold on. Say hi to the dogs. No, I'm holding the phone. Say hi to the dogs. Say, Helen, come here. Say hi to your stupid ex-dad. Can't even get a job.
Man, you've called 911.
I need a Magnum wine bottle. Ma'am, this is 911. This is not Uber Eats. I need 2 Magnums.
This is in Winter Park.
I need cigarettes.
I just texted my best friend. I said, are you watching? And she said, yes, I'm dying.
That's what it was. That's why Brian doesn't remember anything.
He calls it because he got that call every night. That wasn't even unusual. Every night. It's really hard to act like a drunk person, but that was...
I can't get drunk. I always have my wits about me, and I can remember the first 50 things, the next 50 things I have to do.